Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen, get your fluffy slippers on. The much awaited US default has been avoided because the US politicians have reached a deal. Everybody saw this coming. It's fake news. They do it every time. You can see the chart from the 1960s I've posted as well. It's all political theater. You're always wondering, why do they do this? Isn't less chaos better? No, it's because they want you to believe that they could default at any time. They could let the US dollar be powered up and not be printed away. They could do it. That's what they're sending a signal to the rest of the world. That's why they do this. So everybody starts to use this narrative to their advantage. You know, the left dudes and the right dudes and everything in between in US politics. This is normal. And it's also about the sanctity of the US dollar, because they could not print more money and keep spending. So that's why they want everybody to think, hey, we better not sell this US dollar to zero because everything's going to plan as usual. So they have some terms here. They are, here we go, the 2-year debt limit has been raised. It's funny, right? So they're going to have this same issue again in 2 years, and the spending has remained flat. So both guys were like, nah, let's just leave the spending flat for non-military stuff. So basically all the pensions, all the welfare, everything. So this is obviously a chart. Look, I know crypto's going up, but this is why I'm telling you, look, for me, I have my thesis and everything. I can only tell you what I do. Everybody has their own different risk metrics, different ideas of how you want to participate. That's okay. You don't have to participate at all. I'm just telling you what I do. When I say this, it just tells me to be long, okay? It just tells me to be long crypto. See you later. But we have to play devil's advocate. Now you might ask me, okay, but how long does one get? How much does one own? That's where it's completely up to you. You're going to have to talk to some sort of financial advisor or something, because I'm definitely not that. I can't tell you, hey, you're 65 years old, what you should do. Hey, you're 6 months old. How are you even using a keyboard right now? I can't get this information to you because I'm not qualified. But funny, when you look at this, no financial advisor is going to tell you, yeah, maybe you should kind of get out of this fiat thing. So that's something to think about as well. When you have a look at this, our bags will go up because they're denominated in USD. But there's an issue, friends. See, it doesn't mean everybody wins. There are super winners and there are less than super winners. You know, your slippers could be fluffy, your slippers could be crumpled. You're still wearing slippers. So who's going to be wearing the crumpled slippers here? Who's going to be wearing the nice, big, absolute fluffy ones? Who's going to be wearing these? Well, most likely everybody who's done their research. They're in strong community coins, strong crypto, ones that have gone from super hated, mildly hated, neutral like love, and then religion. If you get all of that and and you go from a low user starting base and you end up with a high one, yes, you're going to win the most. Who's going to get these wooden plank cardboard box slippers with a, what is this, just like a plastic bottle type of thing for your feet? This type of abomination, okay? Who's going to get that? Well, it's everybody who thinks they're early, but they're actually buying something late. So I don't want to say Bitcoin because it's still going to go up. There's going to be worse things going about it, but Bitcoin people might be hurt the most just because, in my eyes, when you buy poop, you know what's poop. Now, you can get aggressive in poop, but you know you're getting aggressive in poop. Nobody in Bitcoin thinks they're getting poop. Everybody thinks they're getting aggressive because they see these charts. So I want you to know these, baby dolls. When we're starting to go up, so let's actually go through the crux of this, okay? So as this US debt default has happened right now, I mean, I'm reporting this to you live. Look at this. Woohoo, went up. So Bitcoin went up like 1-2%. 26,800 to 27,000. Pretty nice. Also, Ethereum, by the way, I barely watch the Bitcoin price anymore because I can't be bothered with it. It disgusts me how much it's just let everyone down because it's so late in the cycle. I like watching Ethereum. I focus on Ethereum 90% of the time because that also influences the crypto bags more. So from 1826 went to up to 1849. These are just like a little weekend pump. It's kind of like, oh, risk on, they reached the deal. Doesn't really mean these things sustain necessarily. Just means like, hey, you know, we're kind of plodding along the plan. You know, slowly these things start to get repriced fundamentally. But really, where are we? Because at the end of the day, friends, this is where you're going to have to get super, super smart with me, all right? Now, at the very top of the Bitcoin cycle, nobody was saying it's the top. Besides, the 1% of people were saying it's the top. And it's very hard to listen, okay? Because many people who were saying it's the top also said it was the top. Here. So you're like, oh man, you're wrong the first 9 times. Why should I listen to you now? So it's fair game in that regard. But the narratives at the top are always convincing, okay? They are always convincing. I have the people's favorite, the monthly candle, which is what literally dictates all of crypto. The monthly candle, okay? That's it. Up here, I know this because you're looking at this and you're glancing at it and you are processing this information in like 10 seconds. But I want you to know that this is 1, 2, 3, 4 months. This is 120 days. This is 120 days of, candles go up, then there's more media, then more people come in. Okay? Then the candles go up, then there's more media, then more people come in. You see that cycle over and over and over again, and it builds like a tornado, just gathering strength, and it's rotating around, and it's making higher highs, and we're actual launching. There's an actual launch here going on, and unfortunately, what happens is at the top, no one really knows it's dangerous because we're throwing charts like this around. That's what everybody's going to be saying, friends. No one's going to be saying it's too hot right now. No one says that. Everyone's going to be saying, look, the thesis is playing out. Look at the US debt. Look at the money supply. They keep printing money. They keep spending. They're going to have to keep printing. They're trapped. It's a trap door for them. They're going to keep saying they're between a rock and a hard place. This is what they're going to be saying over and over again. They're going to be going, hey, infinite money printing, Bitcoin spot ETF. We got them. This is where it's hard part, okay? The hard part is the people who are chanting these, they appear very smart, okay? So I've got a peanut brain, but I'll let you know, hey, one little nice salt crystal on my little peanut brain. But these people have normal-sized brains. Some of them, friends, believe it or not, some of them have actually giant brains, okay? Giant, okay? So when you're listening to these people, you think, whoa, debt ceiling, money, equations, fiat money, credit spreads. They use all these terms out, and if you don't know what they are, 99% of the time you don't. But because they're stringing these sentences together, you're going to think, oh, they predicted this would happen, so now I'm going to follow their ultimate prediction. You see that error? It's like I told you, let's say I told you, heads, I'm going to flip a coin, and it's going to be heads 13 times in a row. And then I flip a coin, and it's 4 times in a row so far. Most people believe, oh my God, my friend Somi said that there's going to be 13 head flips in a row. We've got 4 in a row. He clearly knows what he's doing. And then what happens? We get another head flip because the haters say, no, he's a fraud. And then we get another head. Now we're up 6 heads. Then we get another one, 7. Then everyone says, that's it. I'm going all in. Euphoria. This guy's got the magic. And then 3,700 tails in a row. That's exactly what happens when you're looking at these candles. Because really, at the end of the day, these candles, baby dolls, are 50-50. These are the monthly candles for Bitcoin. Do you understand? So when they're going up, this is what I've described to you, by the way. I've just given you about 12 years of market experience in this one video. 12 long years of blood, sweat, tears. Okay, so many. I've got no more testicles left. They've all been squashed. Then I have to grow a new pair. Then they get squashed again. Kicked in the nuts. Kicked in the head. Everything. Absolute abominations have been done to my soul, my faith in humanity, and everything. I don't trust anything. I'm a conspiracy about everyone. That's what this has done to me, and here I am handing it on a platter to you. Unfortunately, most people aren't going to believe until it's too late. But I'm telling you now, okay, I've given you this for free. What I've just described to you was the exact process, what goes on, and the fundamental level from when you are observing information on a chart and how it translates to how humans process abstraction of value and perception of value and the whirlwind that we call markets. All of this, step by step, exactly what I described to you, okay? Now, if you don't have the ability to get an air pump and regrow your nuts, then you're just going to have squashed nuts your whole life. Little tiny sultan nuts, you never get back in the game, okay? So you got to remember, just like there are green candles, I don't even remind you, but we all know what happens. There's also another color. The opposite color of green is red, okay? So at the tops, though, the smart people say, look, the debt ceiling, the money supply, see? And that's why you will then go, remember humans, we have this error, all right? We have this very naughty error. We believe, hey, whatever happened in the past, we will do a linear extrapolation into the future. Basically, you're like, hey, if things have been going great, they're going to keep going great. If things have been going bad, they're going to keep going bad. That's how humans go. We keep thinking linear, right? We can't process exponential and we can't process the shift. We can't. That's why, as contrarian, I'm used to like every single 30 minutes, someone says, that's the dumbest idea I've ever heard. You are so wrong. Get out of here. I'm like, hey, man, it's been like 12 years, okay? I'm probably not going to know you in about 6 months. Like, there's been hundreds of people I've come across every year comment, it's the dumbest thing they've ever heard, and then they disappear with the win, all right? So this is the game. This is the game. Now, when it comes to this and this debt ceiling and all this juicy stuff, woohoo, debt ceiling, there is a limit to this, okay? There is a limit, and I can prove it to you, all right? This is going to be the ultimate thing, all right? Because we're gonna hit smart people. Perhaps my dark prophecy comes true where Bitcoin only gets to like 85K and it traps everyone, and then it goes down again. Wouldn't that be nuts? Okay, so we're gonna go more about that in another video. So look at this, man. This is gonna hurt you, but you're gonna need it. All right, M2SL. We're gonna look at the money supply. The money supply has been going exponential for a long time. So this is just how much money they have out in circulation, right? How much money they keep printing, and they see how this, whoa, went exponential, whoa, 42%. This is literally an exponential curve, all right? Look at that. But, look at this, friends. Big butt, all right? And like, know you like big butts. Have a look at this. This is going to hurt. So, we've seen this go exponential, okay? And you can look at the Bitcoin life cycle here. So, it's gone exponential in the life cycle. Unfortunately, you're going to see now, you see Bitcoin did not repeat the exponential part at the very end. You see? This is the sad part, okay? Bitcoin did the most exponential part at the beginning. Now, why? Metcalfe's law. It started with like 2 people, Satoshi and probably Hal Finney. That's literally it. It started with 2 people. So then as the network grew into like, it's 20 people, 200, 20, 2,000, 20,000, you know what I mean? It kept going bigger, bigger, bigger. That's how we get the exponential price pumps. That has nothing to do with money printing. You understand me? Nothing. This is going to open your mind, all right? You got a third eye. You got a third eye somewhere in your earlobe. Look at this. Crypto moves off a network of valuations, all right? It does not move off the exponential money printing. Now, they are linked. They are theoretically linked, which means if the market, aka people who wear fluffy slippers, are able to dissect information and go, wait a minute, they're going to keep printing money. Therefore, I better go join this network. But they are not directly linked, okay? People then have to decide. So if you have over here, if you have the money printer, we're gonna have a money printer emoji, okay? We're gonna do a printer emoji, and we're gonna do some cash, all right? We have this money printer. So if people believe this money printer, which is printing cash, if they believe it's going to keep being turned on, even if it's exponential, they will then come into crypto. But everybody in the Bitcoin maxi camp says, no, they're only going to come here. But we have a seismic shift here. There's been an earthquake rift because obviously with Ethereum and altcoins and crypto, Bitcoin dominance is at 99%. We're actually adding value in different ways. People have different ways to store their fiat value digitally. This is something we've never seen before. And it's very hard for the Bitcoin maxis to see this. You know why? Because their whole thesis for Bitcoin beginning was the money printing. But this is the sad part, okay? This is where it's going to hurt. All these people who were early here and then even here, they were pricing in the exponential money printing part. Okay, so let me repeat that again. All the people who were in the early innovator and then middle early majority, all those people were pricing in the exponential money printing, which is here. Okay, so even though this is going to be hard for us to swallow if what I'm saying is completely true, even though this thing will keep going exponentially up, even though that happens, it's possible that during this cycle, see this part? This was the best part of Bitcoin gains, okay? It's possible that this part was already pricing in that part, okay, in Bitcoin. So let's go back to this time. I already just showed you this. This time in Bitcoin, even though it did not have this part yet, these are all the late poopy heads. You know the zombie virus? Yeah. Everybody was in early majority. Everybody thought they're an innovator. You can imagine what comes next. People who are buying on the Bitcoin spot ETF, they're definitely skeptics at the end. Okay, so this is the hard part. So yes, we are seeing this nice macro stuff that's coming, but this is the trap. This is the trap. So all those people with this is the thing, all those people with the ideas, they have the narrative and they say, okay, Bitcoin should go to like $5 million. But here's the problem. As it starts going up and with enough time, they will see that the price is nowhere near their goal. So they'll forever be trapped thinking, we haven't even got started yet. We're in the first inning, man. We have not started. You are so early. That's what they're going to be saying. Isn't that the most perfect thing that... Now, I'm not saying they're all nefarious, but I'm just going to mention to you, isn't that exactly what you want to hear when you're bag holding Bitcoin at 85,000? Isn't that exactly what you want to hear up here? Okay. Don't you want to be told, baby dolls, don't you want to be told that, hey, it's only just getting started, man. Here I am. Here's the money printing. If we match the ratio, we should be 500,000. We're better than gold. That's exactly what they're going to say. And that's exactly what you want to hear. And that's why everybody's going to hold. Doesn't matter how loud my voice is. No one's holding. My voice is just the words on the internet. Okay. I can't give you the euphoria, the chemical. Okay. It's like you going to tell people, hey, stop drinking. Stop taking those illicit substances. You are not the pathway to their brains to give them the euphoria. And that's it. We just got to accept that. Say, hey, I'm just doing what I'm doing. Okay. So these people with their beautiful, normal size and large brains, they're at risk of getting massively trapped. This is a very harsh reality, friends. So let's think about how everyone can get bigly trapped. You know how they can get bigly trapped? In this next cycle here, imagine they print 8 trillion. They just print 8 trillion and it's going to be blasted out. Now, I know people are going to say there is absolutely no way they can print 8 trillion and Bitcoin doesn't go to like $700,000. Yeah. But look what they did to us in the last one, all right? Look what they did here, all right? Look what they did here. Bitcoin went up only this much, diminished returns, even with plus 40% money supply. So this is why I'm telling you, the people who understand this, they are already in. They FOMO bought. You get me? The people who understand that the money supply was going to get exponentially printed, they were just market buying with FOMO. But now they're already in. Who's left? The smart people front run everybody. They got to buy 1,000 Bitcoin for $1,000. Now, one Bitcoin costs $28. It's going to be $30,000. Up there, it's going to be $80,000. You are nowhere near the same level of early anymore. Nowhere near. It's almost like Bitcoin is the police. That's why we always say boring rock. It's the police of the world to make sure governments don't print. Yeah, but that's about it. That's the police. You can't invest in the police. Do police make money? No, they just keep things safe. You know what I mean? It's a different world when you start to look at it like through this lens. Now, not to be all bearish. We're not bearish. I'm just telling you, like, hey, this is it, man. Like, you're not early anymore. If you feel, here's the thing. If you feel great about buying Bitcoin and Ethereum, man, something tells you right now that you're in danger, okay? Because you're not even thinking about, wait a minute, what if they're at the end of it? What if they're actually slow now? Well, like, what if it's actually not them? You know, no one's actually thinking about this because they kept seeing every other coin go to zero. Just a matter of time. People are solving the code right now. They're solving. Here I am, Peanut Brain, Dusty Room, Wrestling Crocodiles part-time, and here I am telling you these things going up, nothing to do with money printing, okay? It's the network effect. Bitcoin, I used to think Bitcoin had 40 million people. This is a bearish number. It turns out Bitcoin's got 100 million people now. 100 million. So if you want to 4x Bitcoin, you got to put in 100 million people. There are coins out there, you add 1 million, you get a 4x. You might even get more from Euphoria. You might get a 10x off 1 million. You might get 50x, 100x off 1 million people coming into them. But 100 million people in Bitcoin, you're only going to get that because you're not early anymore. So the US debt, yes, we had a positive price reaction. Yes, everything's slowly playing away. They're going to keep increasing the debt. This is why I believe crypto will keep going up and to the right as a whole. But what are you in here for? Like, you can buy stocks that give you like 3% per year and give it a dividend. That's nice. But I'm here to win the game. What about you? Tell mum and dad that the US debt is not going to be default on. Catch you in the next one, friends.